Central Pennsylvania family grieves over senseless Ki11ing of brother and son, a promising musician in Nashv. Gallery Kyle Yorlitz. Somehow, Nashville ended up both a wonderful and a tragic place for Kyle Yorlitz, a 2013 graduate of Carlisle Area High School. He went there to study music in college and decided to stay, becoming the front man of a band that recently released an EP and a video and cut an album. It came to an end Thursday, when the 24-year-old became the seemingly random victim of a group of juveniles who police say robbed and fatally shot him outside his Nashville residence. He studied it. He knew the business. The shooting happened around 3 p.m. Police believe one, Deb Yorlitz, who spoke to detectives on Friday morning, said she believes Kyle was either walking to or from his car when the juveniles happened to drive down the street. They pulled over to Kyle Yorlitz, one of 4 children, was raised in a stone house on a farm a few miles outside Carlisle. According to his mother, he loved to sing from an early age, and first took the stage in a school talent show while in kindergarten. He sang a song, it didn't even bother him. He just started. In high school, he was involved with the choir and had leading roles in musicals including Bye Bye Birdie and Guys and Dolls. He also was a good discus thrower on the track and field team. When Kyle was growing up, the family had a dairy herd and today they raise beef cattle. On Friday, his parents, siblings, and others gathered around a long dining room table piled with photos from Kyle's childhood. Visible through the farmhouse windows were a barn, winter brown fields, and the mountains lining the edge of the Cumberland Valley. His family recalled that, when Kyle was growing up, they didn't often hear the full quality of his singing voice. They mostly caught he would be weed whacking down by the end of the road and you could hear him over the weed whacker, said a sister, Mackenzie Yorlitz, 21. Cheryl Parsons said Yorlitz was a key member of one of the finest chorales she ever worked with during 35 years in music education. He had a beautiful, she said Yorlitz had other qualities that not all young people with musical aspirations possess, such as sense of pitch, timing, and grasp of music theory. He had really good Nashville seemed an ideal place for him musically, according to his family. He attended Belmont. In Nashville, he formed close ties with other musicians as well as young people focused on production and business aspects of music. At the restaurant where it just seemed like stuff kept falling together for them, he said. While in high school, he met Michael Curry, a guitarist from Dillsburg, and they played in a band together. After graduating from Belmont in 2017, Yorlitz chose to stay in Nashville, figuring it gave him his best shot at reaching his full potential as a musician. Curry joined him and with several others, they formed a band, Ki11ing. His family said they believe the name Ki11ing comes from a lake near the home of a former bandmate who lived in northeastern Pennsylvania. Ki11ing recorded original music, much of it written by Yorlitz, which drew from assorted styles, including rock, pop, and rap. The band spent time on the road and last year performed at the Firefly Music Festival in Dover, Delaware. Yorlitz spoke. He also expressed his admiration for rap music, saying the opportunity to tour with rappers was a dream come true for me. His family had recently made a surprise visit to their son in Nashville on the occasion of the release of a Ki11ing video. They were looking forward to seeing him close to home in a few weeks, when they say the band was scheduled for a prime Saturday night slot at the Millennium Music Conference, which takes place at assorted Harrisburg area venues. On Friday, the family was still making funeral arrangements but expected to have a Carlisle area service next Saturday. They were also sitting near their vast dining room table, with room for a dozen or more. His parents said Kyle and his bandmates had been struggling as young musicians do, working in bars and restaurants, and spending their own money on equipment and production expenses. Kyle, still, on Larry Yorlitz's cell phone was a recent, enthusiastic text from a former professor of Kyle's. The professor he was extremely passionate about music. Everyone who met him
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Cracking, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.